Are you not entertained, or was I not entertained tonight by Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2? I thought the first one was fine. I don't see why. I thought it ended perfectly. Why do we need a second Gladiator? But here we are with the second Gladiator, directed by the same guy, Ridley Scott. We all know how Ridley Scott can be. Ridley Scott either he's either hit or man, see his movie's terrible or they're all right on the basis. But he happened to knock it out of the park with that first Gladiator. Does he do it here? Yes. I was entertained. I was definitely entertained. This movie here is a big spectacle. I don't even know how to get into the plot in this movie without spoiling it, so I'm not going to really spoil it. Just know that Rome has some changing since Maximus Decimus, what's his name? Maximus Meridius, and I will have my life, and I will have my revenge in this life or the next one. I totally fucked up that line, but anyway.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Rome is going through some changes, and they got these two actors here that probably are like the Menendez brother of the Gladiator era, and they're just like two fucking dicks. They're just, they're fucking drunk with power or whatever. They had it all. They had it, their lives handed to them on a silver spoon. And then we have our main protagonist. I think his name is Lucius in this film. That's all I'm going to say about him. And he gets into war, becomes a prisoner of war, and that's how he gets into his gladiator situation. And we got Pedro Pascal here that's just kind of in the middle of Rome and this other thing I'm not going to spoil. He's just like kind of, he's kind of stuck in some bullshit. I would just say that. But like, he does a great job. I will say the protagonist here, he was all right. He was all right. I mean, he held up the script. I think Ridley Scott's script here is not the strongest, but it's not the weakest as well. It's like, like all these older properties trying to come back, and bait us on nostalgia. I think Gladiator came out about like 2001, 2000, something like that. They don't dick ride the first movie. They kind of try to have their own story. And the story's not bad. The script's not bad. I would say the script not bad, but like if it was for a video game. And I mean that in a great way. Like if this was a video game and I went through, this character's journey and I got to play all these cool boss fights, because this movie has a lot of big ass video game events. There are literally motherfucking sharks in a Colosseum, like literal sharks swimming around. I don't know how that happens, but there are sharks at the how Sway, how do you get a river with sharks? I don't even know. It was ridiculous. And then they had monkeys at one point. I'm not gonna spoil the rest of them. I think the only thing that didn't come out in the movie of the Colosseum was T-Rex and the Kraken from Clash of the Titans. It was fucking crazy. But I was like, fuck it. All right, it's sharks in the Colosseum. I'm going with it because I'm enjoying the movie. They had some great epic fights in this movie. They had some great epic fights that I really did enjoy. It was the best fights between that you'll watch, would you or not watch if you watch that Jake Paul Tyson fight. It was way more entertaining than that. And I definitely say it's worth seeing on the big screen. But let me talk about who steals the show. Denzel Washington here murders it. He is better than the movie he's in, like he was again. I think Training Day is a great movie, but I think that's another movie that he's better than the movie. Denzel Washington crushes it. As you see him go throughout this movie towards the third act, and he's almost walking with a pimp walk. I don't even think he had an accent in the movie. I swear to God, I don't know if he had an accent because he was just Denzel Washington, but it was like that Denzel Washington that you love. That's 2 to 3 steps ahead of everybody, man. I really loved it. And my big gripes about the movie, I did see some CG issues, especially with those sharks and some of the ships look wishy-washy. And the protagonist here with my boy Lucius, man, I just couldn't get behind you, bro. I was trying. I know you were there. I know who you were there for. But every time your speeches were boring me, I wanted to go to sleep. He never came out. He's no Russell Crowe. Like Russell Crowe was a star when he took off that hat. In the Colosseum. So my name is Maximus Meridian, and I will have my revenge in this life or the next. She was like, oh shit, Maximus, are you not entertained? It didn't have. His speeches wasn't up to par like that, and his acting was all right, but if you want to see a gladiator movie, a good gladiator movie that doesn't shit on the franchise like Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, that shit was terrible. Anybody watch that? People like, I like to be in this world. I just like to be in this world of Beetlejuice. That movie was awful to me, but that's just my opinion. But this movie got to be back in the world and not a shitty script. I mean, worth seeing on the big screen. And mostly worth seeing for Denzel Washington, period. And the same thing goes for that Ghostbuster movie. What a horrible movie, you know what I'm saying? I know, like being in this world, but you do have a job to actually entertain the people and give them a confident story and script. This one they do. It's not the deepest. Like, let's just get it out of the way. Let me score Gladiator 2 by Ridley Scott. I'll give it a 4. I give it a 4 out of 5. Now, the first one is definitely a 5. It's a 5 out of 5. I mean, he almost had a damn near perfect movie. I think he won Best Picture for that movie, Ridley Scott. That, you know what I mean? You had Joaquin Phoenix. The whole story was deep. You really believe Russell Crowe? Like, just little shit like when he was like at the beginning of Gladiator, like the blade sticks, like when it was cold, and those battle scenes. They got some good, interesting battle scenes here to watch. But yeah, this one, script is not as strong. The protagonist, Lucius, he just didn't do it for me. Some problems with some CG, not super over the top, but the music was there, everything was there, the feeling was there. Denzel was definitely better than his whole entire movie, but he's great. Go see it, because Denzel, and he got the flyest motherfucking robes you ever seen a Roman person wear. Oh yeah, look at that. I got this Gladiator bracelet here, so this is cool. I didn't expect that from the free screening tonight. Yeah, Gladiator 2, I definitely liked it. I would watch it again, like with a family member over Thanksgiving. It's the perfect Thanksgiving movie, I would probably say. Well, anyway, guys, that's my score. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. The first one is a 5. Definitely watch the first one if you haven't seen this one. The first one's better, but this one's still worth a watch, I will say. They didn't shit on the entire franchise. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead, hit that like button. If you really like this content, consider subscribing to the Q Review family. And don't just stare at it, eat it. Peace.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the foe and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got towed.